make some noise in the name of soca. Girls and boys in the name of soca. Show support in the name of soca. Win no loss in the name of.
Welcome back to it, your Wednesday edition of the Now Morning Show, where we always give you events to add to your calendar. And the UWI Endowment and Development Fund is presenting Ignite 2 on March 24th. So to tell us more about it, we are joined by Miss Universe 1998 and, of course, Director of UWIDEF, Wendy Fitzwilliam, and Mr. Korey Mendez, the manager of the UWI Development and Endowment Fund. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Good morning, Ainka, and thank you for having us.
An absolute pleasure.
Good morning, Ainka. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Korey. Good morning. I am kind of excited because when you say Ignite, it lights a fire of excitement. But I know that the cause is a little bit more rich than the name might give on. So, Korey, if you will, lead us off with a little bit as to what the purpose or what ignited the need for this event in the first place, when it relates to UWIDEF.
Oh, no problem. So the UWI Development and Endowment Fund, it was actually formed in 1989 by Professor George Maxwell Richards. Yeah. And the purpose of this fund is we host fundraising initiatives to provide scholarships and bursaries to students of the university. We also fund capital projects as well as fund research. So the major cause behind this event is actually for scholarships and bursaries for financially challenged students of the University of the West Indies.
Beautiful stuff. Now, Wendy, you know we Trinbagonians like a fete and an event, so I could see where we're making it easy for people to donate towards a beautiful cause. But as a director, in terms of determining who is receiving those scholarships, can you tell us a little bit of insight as to how that's determined?
Sure, Ainka. So the university, of course, looks at the academic qualifications of our recipients and their need in terms of their ability to fund their education. We give quite a few scholarships. The university over the years, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're up to 200 roughly, Korey, scholarships per annum. We have classes of scholarships for our students based on your need. So it really is based on your financial need. And everyone does not have the same need. So our scholarships reflect the needs of our society. They are not only for our nationals, they are for attendees of the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus. But we do, of course, because we make up the vast majority of the population of the St. Augustine campus of the university. All nationals benefit tremendously from UWIDEF. And I must say, because UWIDEF claims ownership of creating the all-inclusive fete in 1989. Not so, Korey?
Correct.
Which is now a global phenomenon. But we firmly believe that we should have a great time while assisting those amongst us in need. And our concert is no different. Ignite, the inaugural Ignite was very exciting. That's why it has moved to Napa this year. We needed a bigger venue. We always put on a good show. We always innovate when we put on a show. We are the University of the West Indies after all, right? So I think anyone interested in attending this event, or even someone who is not usually into chorale singing, etc., and philharmonic orchestras will absolutely enjoy Ignite.
I like that Wendy alluded to some of the performers that are there, but Korey, can you give us some more insight? What sorts of performances then can we expect this year?
Sure, definitely. So we have it's literally going to be an evening of musical excellence because we have Validian singers, we have Signal Hill Alumni Choir, we have Southerners Choir, we have UWI's Art Steel and UWI Art Chorale. We also have Shiv Shakti Dance Company, soloists like Quinton Nichols and Dr. Edward Cumberbatch. We have everybody. All right. So we
Oh,
just
and don't forget, Korey, I'm so bold, our National Steel
Yes.
Symphony Orchestra. They are phenomenal.
Correct.
All of
So,
our talent is, but you know, it's truly a treat.
Is it,
Yeah.
how do you guys decide who's going to be a part of the performances? Because it seems like we are very, very much cultural across a number of genres and types of cultural exhibitions, if you will. Is there a specific criteria or theme that helps you to decide who makes the cast?
well, essentially, as Wendy alluded to, throughout the entire year, we actually have a host of pipeline initiatives. All right. This one is more choral in nature. The next event coming July 7th, I can't give you too much information yet, but it's going to be the UWI Garden Party. All right. And then we're going to have a golf challenge later on in the year. Okay. So this particular type of event, we were looking for that kind of choral environment, and that's how we went to the choirs and the steel orchestras. So every event, you're going to experience something different.
Right. And I
of
cannot wait
top
to experience this
quality.
one.
Don't forget that, Korey. Top quality.
Top quality.
Yes.
Top
We
there.
bring the best together.
Now, as you mentioned, Wendy, there was the need for expansion because the crowd is growing, so you're heading to Napa this time around. But that means that seats are limited, yes?
Yes, we do still have a few tickets available. You know our people. And we are doubling up in terms of the size of the event this year. So tickets are still available at Adams in Maraval, at Angostura Solaria, both in Port of Spain and in South in Marabella, and across the country, of course, on campus as well. But as usual, our people are now very excited. They've, what are we doing this weekend? What are we doing this Sunday afternoon? And our event, luckily, Ignite 2, is at the top of everyone's list in terms of activities for Sunday evening. You know, those who enjoy this kind of performance and those who do not and do not yet have their tickets should hurry up and get them. because
right around the corner.
I have been as a director selling tickets, and I've been actually getting calls a lot over the last couple of days once word got out that, I'd like to get a couple of tickets, 4 tickets here, So now's the time, definitely. We have a few more days. And because you're right, Napa is a venue that can hold a certain number of people. And of course, it's a concert. So you would want to sit comfortably and enjoy the performances. So now's the time to get in touch with the directors, to find yourself on campus or one at our ticket outlets to get your tickets.
Beautiful stuff. I'm sure we could also head to social media for more of that information too, because everybody is at their fingertips in terms of connectivity too, yes?
Absolutely.
Yes, correct.
Now, Korey, you let some cats out of the bag, and I quite like that. So that we have almost like a calendar of events to look forward to from the UWIDEF altogether. We're looking at heading out to the garden. We are looking at golf. Any other events that you want to mention to us so we can note the dates? I've already booked my July 7th date.
So far, these are the only 3. However, you never know what may happen between now and July. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned to our social media at the UWIDEF STA, both on Facebook and Instagram, and we will update you.
All right, fair. And does this mean that all of these endeavors are towards the same cause, making sure that we can supply those students with those much needed scholarships to continue their education then?
Yes, correct. In fact, every cent, every proceed from this event goes directly into scholarships and bursaries. None of the monies go towards any of the event expenses. It goes directly into funding those scholarships and bursaries. So that's why we want to invite the members of the public to come out and support this initiative, because it's a noteworthy cause.
Beautiful. And Wendy, if somebody is for some reason unable to make it on Sunday so that they can't witness altogether but still want to donate, are there other ways to do so? Or do we just buy the tickets and send through that fund?
you buy the tickets for sure, but also you can contribute to UWIDEF. Korey, would you be able to give that information? I think we do it through campus, yes?
Yes, you can actually communicate with us through the campus and send us an email indicating that you would like to make a donation towards scholarship and bursaries or any of the other initiatives that we have, and we will make the appropriate arrangements.
In that case, I'm going to wish you guys good luck on Sunday, although I know you don't need it because you're reigniting that flame already. Looking forward to part 3, 4, and 5 in the future and to all those events that we're going to see soon. So thank you very much for joining us this morning, Korey Mendez, and of course, Miss Wendy Fitzwilliam, the newly added director in terms of the UWIDEF, making sure that students are able to continue their education with the support of people like us enjoying these beautiful shows. Thank you both for joining us this morning.
Oh, Ainka, thank you so much for having us. We'll hopefully see you on Sunday.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you.
No pressure. I know Ruckus is going to try to be there to say good morning to Wendy, but we will see other opportunities to do exactly that because, as they mentioned, the UWI Endowment and Development Fund has been around for decades and will support and continue to support students as best as they can. So, again, we continue with even more things to add to your calendar. Well, at least in a way. Some entertainment is up next here on the Now Morning Show to wrap things up. Stick around.